Hello, this is Russell from
Tones of Evil.
and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Capes and Lunatics. I am Phil. Joining me as always, straight from Cell Block D in New Jersey, it is
Charlie, the Professor Essa. It's a pleasure.
And I don't know what kind of concoction she's drinking down there in Florida. And no, I'm not talking about the alcohol. It is.
Hey y'all, it's Little Cowfire. It's none of your epic business.
As a girl. So, got to see quite a few items today.
So you see my glasses lip line. That way Superman can't see what I'm drinking.
He still thinks he's stuck in Superman 3, man. He thinks Superman's sitting at that
Always
bar.
thinking. Hey, Philip.
Hello, Charlie Esser.
I am well. You didn't ask, but I just thought I'd tell you. Hello, Lilith.
Hello, Professor.
Hello.
We talked a little before we got on here. I thought you were okay. You seemed okay.
Yeah, I'm great.
Okay, then why were you like, nobody asked me how I am? Okay. How are you? I'm marvelous!
No, I
Let
was
me
just
out.
saying.
Let me out.
Well, you didn't
This is
ask.
a
I'm
cry
just
for
letting you
help.
know. No, it was not that. I said that and I felt awkward because you didn't ask how I was. So I just said it because that's something you often do, but I realized you did not ask me how I was. And so I didn't want to seem like, I was forcing my worldview upon you. I don't want to force that on you.
Is there a segue?
No. Well, Phil's in charge of segues.
So I didn't ask you how you were doing?
No, you didn't ask me
Okay,
how I
I'm
was.
sorry. Anyway, all right.
But you
First
don't have
news
to be
story.
sorry is my point. I just... Keep up, Phil. Okay.
Who's on first?
That was a Jeopardy question this week.
LeVar Burton. Speaking of,
Yeah.
what do you think of LeVar
And
Burton?
Picard said he would never put his crew in jeopardy, the liar.
Well, LeVar put himself in jeopardy, first off. And actually, technically, a bunch of crazy Star Trek fans put LeVar Burton in... Well, Star Trek and Reading Rainbow fans put LeVar Burton in jeopardy.
It's a really big crossover, because I'm not going to lie, met him on Reading Rainbow, then did the Star Trek thing, so yeah.
I mean, I just like him because he was Kunta Kinte. That's where I know him from.
I know him from Star Trek, and he played LeVar Burton on Big Bang Theory.
Yes. He was owned by Mr. Brady, so when he decided to be evil. Not LeVar Burton, Mr. Brady.
Well,
in
Mr.
Roots.
Brady was an architect, so we already knew he was a little unhinged.
Yes.
Oh!
But he's
Don't
the
at me,
plantation.
architecture majors.
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's been doing a good job this week.
That's what George always pretends he is.
Exactly my point.
Yes, because it's a job that you think doesn't take much, but it's actually probably a lot of work. And actually, I don't even know what an architect does. My nephew, he's
Design building.
he's an engineer. He's a building engineer, and I think he does. He like architects draw pictures, and he says, "Well, that's not going to work. You do realize that, right? That none of these angles have any support. So let me show you how we're going to make a support." And so really, he's the guy who actually designs the building. The architect just says, "Here's a house. I want to make a house." And the engineer goes, "Okay, well, let's see where we can put a foundation in your house."
Sorry to make you listen
That's
to
why
all
all of
this.
that's why Frank Lloyd Wright houses are all falling off of cliffs. And they need to be preserved because there is no sense of engineering in any Frank Lloyd Wright house.
I'm going to do what I want
Man
to do.
was a monster when it comes to building things. I said it.
On that note,
Burn?
what's in the news?
Well, I guess maybe we'll start what we were talking about, Lilith, before Charlie jumped in. Charlie, there was there was an early review of the Suicide Squad movie coming out next week. Yes. I guess part of its R rating is you get to see a penis, the male genitalia.
Oh, please be Shark
A dong?
I mean, there's no reason for Shark King to have a dong, because fish don't have dongs.
That's what we said.
Well, like-
I said it's going to be a baby shark, all right.
Well, Lilith
I
said,
guarantee you it's going to be King Shark.
well, if it's only rated R, Lilith was saying it has to be a fake one. So I was thinking, yeah, it's got to be. It's probably King Shark, and they're going with a fake one, you know.
Yeah, but I guess because he's like a bipedal shark. But are they?
Ooh.
Do they still lay eggs, and are they still aquatic? Because I would still think.
Hey, that
unless
gives you
they're-
meaning of Shark Week.
Are we talking about a three-legged shark?
It's like a baby's fist holding an apple.
Maybe I
And
don't
there's
know.
your Austin Powers reference for that.
Why would it have
And the
to be?
chop.
That's always the thing. You know, it's like
Dong is a
human
medical term.
mammalian
Fighting
genitalia.
nerds.
Human mammalian genitalia is not the default for all species, and we need to stop.
Shh, it's James
suggesting it
Gunn.
is.
Shh, shh, shh. It's James Gunn, bro.
You know how
I
duck
know, he's
penises
seen it in
Enough
Roma.
said. Enough said.
You know how duck penises work, right?
By the way, I got to say, Film Rise, I don't like it. I was watching Toxic Avenger on there. Way too many commercials, like too many. Like there's a right amount for the commercials. you
If
can
Charlie
put
Esser
into a
says there's too many
service.
commercials, oh my god!
Yeah, it's like, man,
No, he's just joining the dark side. It's fine.
no, they're taking advantage, is what I'm saying.
Hey, in the last what is it?
Join me aboard my vessel, mateys. Arg.
What is it? In the last month, I've gone to see 2 movies at the movie theater, and I think they're taking advantage anymore because I mean there was at least 20 minutes of previews and commercials.
They gotta
before
get you
both
caught
movies.
up. It's been 2 years, baby.
Well, you know,
They gotta
First
blow their
off-
load, sir.
how early before you got into the theater were you sitting there? Because if you're 20 minutes early, yeah, they have a lot of ads running before.
Well, no, I'm not even talking about the ads. Just like when they start the trailers, there was like 20 minutes from there. I mean, there was commercials before that even too. So
Yeah, well, there's a lot of backlog of movies coming out, and you know, honestly, I like trailers. I enjoy them.
I like trailers too, but you know, I want to get to a movie.
Y'all
get to
some
the movie,
weirdos.
too. Especially what was, you know.
It's what YouTube is for. Y'all some weirdos.
No, because then I got to actually go out and find it. I don't want to have to look for it. I want it to be just fed directly into my brain.
Suck it!
I don't want any commercials fed into my brain whatsoever unless I'm actively looking for them. So that's how that works for me.
Two different worlds. But yeah, so
yes,
okay, so we have Suicide Squad. We're gonna get a penis, at least according to rumor. I mean, honestly,
It's better than boobs. At least it's not. I've already seen Margot Robbie's hoo-ha and her boobs. So, you know, do something new.
well,
Keep your
Right.
damn dirty opinion to yourself, Lil Hellfire.
I mean,
Go watch Wolf of Wall Street if you want to go see Margot Robbie's hoo-ha and boobs.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
saying. I'm just saying.
Get
Don't
me
say,
out of my Suicide
no, I'm just saying in
Squad.
general. Don't
look,
say
I'm
penis is
sure
better
they're
than boobs.
perfectly acceptable naked body parts. You know, that's fine. But you know, I don't just need to see a boob to make it interesting for me. I would rather there be a story behind the boob.
I was fine
and
with
why I'm
seeing
seeing
no.
the boob.
I was fine with seeing no.
Yeah,
nudity
I
in this
mean, why
movie.
do we need boobs in a movie about Starro and King Shark?
Is this just going for the shock
The
factor?
action should speak for itself.
Is this just like the
Well,
shock
I mean,
factor?
I will say this: it is a prison scene. I mean, it is a prison movie, so there is an obligatory
dropped the
shower
soap?
fight scene.
Okay.
Yeah, there's got to be a shower fight
It is
scene.
James Gunn. I guarantee you somebody dropped
But
it. You're
but
right.
if
I
it's
want
King
a
Shark
mammal.
versus what's Peacemaker, I'm fine with that too. You know, I don't care who's in the shower
John
fight.
Cena will never show you his dong.
No, he's gonna get
No,
hit.
no, that's
you
why we
can't
see
see him!
Lilith. John
but
Cena's
that's
gonna
why we
get
see
hit in the
King
face
Sharks,
with that
'cause
sack.
we see him from behind
Oh.
with his Ripley muscles, and King Shark's big old or little old. I don't know. I don't know what it's like for
It's
sharks.
James Gunn, so I'm guaranteeing you it's not going to be anatomically correct if we were. There's nothing
Yeah,
scientific
like, you know.
about
It's
it.
gonna be it's gonna be a Dr. Manhattan thing all over again.
Well, all I'm saying is that it doesn't make sense for an aquatic
I said
creature
thing.
to have a large exposed genital, especially if you're going to add testicles to it.
But he's half a man too.
Because those are only going to get cold. And then you're going to want to pull them up into you anyway to keep them warm. So, really, I mean, they would need... I mean, I'm just saying, that's a dolphin thing. Like, if he was King Dolphin, yeah, totally. I could see big cock and balls out there.
Whoa!
That's at Charlie Esser. 2 E's in the middle.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that not a...
Nobody tell Rob.
I didn't know if that was a dirty word anymore. I don't know anymore. I don't know what's dirty anymore. Meat and veg. I'm sorry. There we go.
Twig and berries. All right.
I don't know what's... Yeah.
Male genitalia.
I'm not excited to see the Suicide Squad, just being honest with you.
Supposedly it's getting good Supposedly it's getting good ratings from the critics and stuff. People who've seen it already.
No. It's getting good reviews, and I think it's going to be a decent film. I mean, James Gunn is acting kind of weird about it. And now, what's his name? The guy who did the first Suicide Squad. Ayer. Yeah, he's like, well, I had a good movie too, but then they didn't let me do it. And it's like, okay, great. Then you should have pushed back. Then you should have fought for the movie you wanted to make and not the movie they made. Because you backed off. It is the lesson that Chef taught us. If you watch Chef, it's all about Iron Man 2. I learned this from watching Wisecrack videos. And it's all about how, you can have this great vision, but there's going to be a corporate guy who's going to say, no, don't do your vision, do what I want you to do. And are you going to cave, or are you going to fight for your vision? And
then you get to go make The Lion King.
I'm going to do what I want to do. Well, exactly, because they still like him. And I guess in the long run, there's this argument that could be made that, he backed off, and then they said, well, come on back, keep on doing work for us. And he got more and more in his own fields, and then he started really branching out what he was going to do. And I think that puts, Jon Favreau in that spot where he is in a place where he can be accepted by the man, but still do his own thing. Which, of course, is the whole, if I just work within the system, I can achieve my greatness dream that, people always have. And the problem with films is that there has to be a system, Unless you're going to do, I know you want this, like I did, on a shoestring budget in a strip club where I basically charmed the owner to let us shoot there.
Editor's note.
Because I knew a couple of his dancers, Unless you're going to do that and be real guerrilla about it, you got to have a system. Did I mention that we were accepted into the Independent Cinema Awards for New York this year?
You just
Congratulations, buddy.
Yes, I'm very excited. I don't know what that means or what they're doing. I think it's an online festival. But that's good, because it means you'll all be able to see it on the online festival.
Charlie Esser in a strip club sold!
I don't actually... Well, I know
no spoilers, no spoilers.
I know
yeah.
You both probably don't strip, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I will just say I do have my Hitchcock moment in it, so that's my, that's the thing. But it's not a big thing,
You did what to your what? No, I'm kidding.
I had my Hitchcock, and it was in the movie, so that was perfect.
Whoa.
The Cosmic Rod.
Why did we have that lever, Gronk?
My big thing. Anyways.
Move it along, Philip. What else do we have in the news?
So, yeah. Oh, here's what I was going to start with. We almost had a national tragedy on our hands this week. Thank God everything came out okay. We almost lost Bob Odenkirk this week, kids. He had a mild heart attack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad they got... Hey, nothing to mess around with. That's how we lost John Ritter.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And if there's one thing Simone Biles has taught us...
Take your damn day.
Yeah, take your dang day,
Even if Michael Che does make fun of you.
Well, Michael Che can make fun of anything he wants. Exactly. I know.
Colin Joe's other wife.
I'm just saying, and I do enjoy Michael Che as a comedic actor and all that kind of stuff. But
oh my God, that was the funniest tweet I saw today. It was like, someone was like, Colin Jost logging on to Twitter and seeing Scarlett Johansson and Michael Che in the news, and he just someone walking in the door and walking right back out the door.
Well,
I mean, that's when it's time to log off.
Yeah, but this Better Call Saul thing. I mean, he was on set. He had a mild. At least they're saying it was like a mild. I guess a mild heart thing now. But they got him to the hospital quick enough, and they took care of it. So
Yay.
hopefully he'll be back. I mean, that's
And
the thing.
here's your cue to go support him and stream Nobody wherever you can find it. It's a good movie.
Oh yeah. I've seen ads for that. It's supposed to be good. Of course, that's the thing. It's one of these things where there's so many good films and movies and TV shows out there.
I keep meaning to see
You never
that.
know what to do. You really don't.
This might be the weekend. Kids, go stream Nobody.
After you've read your comics and eaten your vegetables and drank your 8 glasses of water.
Thank you, Lil Hogan.
Don't forget to drink your Ovaltine.
A crummy commercial.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what you get for an after credit scene now.
Hello.
Yeah, well, it's at least it was fancy. It wasn't like just the like a little wipe in the end. It was just the stamp, and they did it fancy so that you knew there's a little fourth wall breaky.
Deadpool confirmed.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Deadpool quite confirmed. He wasn't his thing with Korg.
But yes. Oh, speaking of the MCU, Hawkeye premieres November 24th.
Get hyped! Wait a minute, isn't that Thanksgiving?
Maybe that's the plan. The week was probably the day before, because I think they're premiering stuff on Wednesday, so it might be the day before Thanksgiving. That maybe that's their thinking. Lil Hellfire.
Yeah. Well, no, that
I
makes
guess
sense.
we're not going anywhere again this year. So hey, there you go.
Well, you know what it is? It's a family-oriented series.
Is it?
It's about found family. I'm curious.
I mean, so is Supernatural, but it's gruesome.
Yeah, but Marvel's all about the found families. It's all about the friends you make along the way.
Now?
And and the hope is that that's where a lot of stuff is going to tie together. Maybe we're going to get our Kid Loki and our Iron Lad and our Elijah Bradley and the whole gang.
Yeah.
Wiccan and Speed showing up. It could be, man. Just watch.
To my Hawkeye show. It's already not so secretly a Hawkeye show. Like, let's just be honest.
Yeah, no, it's the Hawkeye Kate Bishop show. And for what it's worth, Jeremy Renner, he gets to be. What we should have got was
a Hawkeye movie and a Black Widow series. I'm just saying.
Well, we're gonna get Black Widow in this one too. So.
Well, the new one, yes.
The other Black Widow. But she blew her load, so there we go.
Whoa!
Well, no, we're getting the new Black Widow, which we knew we were getting the new Black Widow anyway. Which, for what it's worth, that's sort of where we're at with this. And honestly, here's what I'm going to tell you: Disney needs to fire that lawyer that they had talking back about the case once it got filed.
Oh, the Black Widow thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we want to talk about this.
No, go ahead. I was planning on
because I can talk about this.
I'm here for the drama, okay?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, it's not in Disney's best interest.
Of course it's not. That's why we love it.
Yeah, but to push back on this, they need to like politicians.
People need to see how Disney really operates, and then maybe I'll get off.
No, they don't. That's the point.
Their mouth stick. Jesus.
No, but the point is that Disney does not want you to see how they operate.
They don't want to, but the rest of the world needs to see because they do some very sneaky, underhanded business practices.
Yes, sneaky and underhanded.
Were they in panic?
That's the point.
Were they in panic?
They're mice. They're not Wolverines.
People need to know. I need people to stop worshiping Disney. It's physically making me ill.
Yeah, but were they in panic mode? Like last year, there wasn't a lot of money coming in last year.
Oh,
I know, and the thing is that's all stuff that gets sorted out in court. There's no reason to make a statement.
Yeah,
they could have said, we're taking under advisement Miss Johansson's claims. We obviously really enjoy working with her. She's a great member of the Disney family. We do not want to tarnish this relationship, but we do want to discuss this in a courtroom as a matter of law.
Well, that didn't happen, and now we're here for it.
It's drama. I know, because this lawyer, because Disney let some freaking, rich kid's son lawyer go out and make a statement, and it's like, who put you in charge? That guy is going to be on the breadline tomorrow. Let me tell you that. I guarantee you, whatever lawyer said that, he's not on the case. Because he just blew up Disney's entire case. Because they made a statement that they didn't need to make. Just like, how prosecutors always say, we can't really discuss the case at this time because they're prosecuting a case and they need to play it close to the vest. And they know
he was this close. He was this close to consulting on the She-Hulk series. And guess what? No more, kid. You're gone.
You blew it, pal.
You blew it.
Honestly, I think that whoever that guy is, I do not expect anything from him in the future.
Oh, he's not going to work.
That's what I'm saying. That just going out of your way to make a statement. Granted, Scarlett Johansson did lawyer made a big loud statement.
But of course he did. He has nothing to lose. Everything to gain.
What did you see?
Exactly. And the fact of the matter is,
he's going against Goliath with the Rock. Of course.
Well, did you see? I guess Emma Stone's thinking about revving up a lawsuit for Cruella now. So,
Exactly.
Emma Stone better go sit her butt down before she's about close to never working again too. So she better go home and get out of here.
All things being equal,
she better hope for a Cruella too. At this point, she better.
Honestly,
so
here's the thing. Here's really what it is. Disney did make money off of streaming on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
But like I said, as I've said,
it was like
before,
1/3 of all the total movie in the case of Black Widow. So worldwide funds.
I know. So it is this issue that you know what we know you made the money on it, and unlike.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, this is why we don't have Black Widow merch. She probably wanted points off the merch.
There you go.
It's all coming together now.
I mean, it's possible, yeah. Although, she deserves points on the merch.
But that's why we don't have Black Widow merch.
No,
so that's Black Widow merch we saw was 2 years ago with Marvel Core Funko
because
Pops.
Perlmutter wouldn't allow Black Widow merch to be sold. Once they
that's ridiculous. Everybody wants money off the merch. Everybody.
No, not Perlmutter. He's weird. He doesn't like money. He likes his little worldview. And he's a very strange man, which is why they don't let him really play with the toys anymore.
Gimme.
They give him his money. Here you go, Mr. Perlmutter. Here's the money for being, on a piece of paper somewhere that says you own this stuff. Don't tell us how to run the business, and we'll give you money. And we do get Black Widow merch now. There's been more than a fair share of it out there. Okay. I mean, compared to what we have had in the past, I don't know. There's a lot of characters that are also being pushed at the same time. But
she wasn't on the Avengers shirt. I'm just saying.
Well, which Avengers shirt?
The movie shirt.
Well, yeah, that was back when Perlmutter was still sticking his proboscis into things. But yeah, so and at least that's the rumor we get is that Perlmutter's proboscis got too involved in stuff, and Perlmutter doesn't like women superheroes for some reason. Gee, I wonder why he bought a comic book company. But yeah, so that's that. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like Disney historically, yes, screws over people. We all know that. That's not a shocking revelation. But usually they play it very. It's like the guy that's suing because of his book rights for the Star Wars.
If you're not on the side of eat the rich, you're not on the right side of history, Charlie.
I don't like to eat anyone. As I've always said, composting is a better use for that material.
Oh, little Hellfire knows.
You can grow better.
We're in the topsoil. What are you talking about?
Go deep.
It biodegrades just like anything else, Lilith. That's all I'm saying. I want to have an environmentally friendly approach to these things.
After we're done, we'll shoot him into the sun with Jeff Bezos' rocket. It's fine.
Do you have any idea how bad that is for the environment? Shooting rockets into the sun.
One extra time.
Some of us want to.
What's the worst thing that can happen? The ocean sets on fire. Guess what?
Well, I would hope that the reason we're doing this is to prevent the oceans from setting on fire. It's like if your whole view is just, Mad Max, it's like that's not a good outcome. That's not what we're going for. We're looking for something a little more positive in the long run.
I'm looking to end the world. Finally.
Okay, then then you want more billionaires.
Some women.
They will happily end the world for you. Once they've extracted their wealth.
Give the man.
But I don't want to see people happy about it. That's the thing. Billionaires
they
are
won't
much
be
too happy.
What, you think that makes them happy?
Well,
you think Jeff Bezos came back to Earth and didn't cry all night.
Just give them enough
Because
money
of-
to build a faulty penis rocket, all right?
You know,
Exactly.
the man just, he did that, and it didn't make him a hero. He felt no bigger than he did when he left. He wore
might
an
as well
oversized
smaller.
hat. Yeah, he actually felt probably smaller now. And it's like, dude, of course you did. You did nothing but spend money, and that's not going to fill the gaping hole in your heart. I'm sorry. I'm sorry no one ever loved you.
I'm just thinking that people need to get eyes open about Disney and at this particular time, at this particular point in history. That's all that I will say. Maybe in 2 or 3 months y'all will get it, but I think it needs to happen.
I get it. Like I said, it just, I guess to me, it's just not news. And then, so for me, it's about the gamesmanship. It's about, okay, well, what is your play when...
I get it.
Because, Scarlett Johansson had to get her lawyers involved because you don't get unless you ask, and you ask with a lawyer. That's how you ask. And for Disney to get angry about it, when they're not even trying to shoot rockets into space, quite frankly,
They just want money.
either they're leveraged way worse than they want us to think, which is bad, which is a possibility. It's a very real possibility that they're way
I mean, you guys
more
can
on
go
an
check the
essence.
investors call.
Well,
I mean, it's either that...
I mean, Disney World is not making money. Disneyland's not making
Yeah,
money.
I mean-
There's a couple other things that are going under quietly.
I'm sure there's lots of things that are not making money.
So, their precious streaming and the $30 that y'all are giving them, they need every penny of that is what it seems like to me.
And that may be the case. And that's a case you make in court. Which is like, we intentionally segregated out those funds.
I just wonder if there's some kind of loophole in the contract where they're like, well, yeah, we didn't spell out. We could
How
do
is
the
it
streaming,
2021 or even 2018 or whatever this contract? If this contract was made post Netflix, how do you not think about streaming? Especially with the trolls. Trolls!
They probably did think about streaming, but up until that point, so there's probably a streaming box office split that favors box office over streaming. And they made the choice, and then that's the argument they make in court. It's like they made the gamble that box office would be bigger than
Trolls,
streaming.
Bro. Never bet on the box office anymore. Trolls.
I know, I understand that, but this is the gameplay.
She needs to
And
fire her
that's
managers
what's
in.
supposed to happen in a quiet courtroom among,
There's no such thing as a quiet courtroom.
Pirates
in 2021,
are.
though.
with famous
We are
yes,
people.
there are. They don't
start-
let people. This is a civil case. They don't let people into the courtroom in a civil
It's
case.
not about people. It's about Harvey over at TMZ and the people that he knows leaking out things. People, it's like that.
Well, yeah, but that's why you're supposed to have someone
Supposed to
controlling
and do are
things.
two different things. There's no
Yeah,
privacy.
exactly.
There's
Well,
no
that's what
quiet
I'm saying.
court.
That's what
Especially
I'm
with
saying.
Disney. People have been foaming at the mouth for some bad press on Disney. That's all that I'm saying. People want
I
Disney to have their
know.
comeuppance.
I understand that, and for the lawyer to give them bad press for Disney was a stupid first day amateur idiot move.
It doesn't feel
But then
right,
again,
bro.
all press is good press. Disney's going to spin it in about 2 more days, and we'll forget about it. Because
They're just going to give her money to make her go away because that's what they do. They're gonna say we can't give you 10 million, but how about 4 million? And she'll say 5, and they'll say 4.5, and she'll say
7, and
4.6.
then they'll say 5.
Yeah, no, it's a negotiation. They'll work it out. This doesn't even go to trial. It gets settled out of court in about 5 weeks, and that's where it ends.
Yeah, but if they set that precedent, how many other people are going to start lining up?
Yeah,
and be
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
How
We'll
many other
see.
people are Scarlett Johansson? Ain't nobody. There's not a Cruella fan base that's out there pushing for Emma Stone to get her fair share.
But if it makes it look like it's a thing against gender, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
If you have a good lawyer enough to spin it,
The problem is that The Rock ain't suing nobody tomorrow. Because The Rock, he's going to say, no, I'm very happy to be here, sir. Thank you for letting me be on your Jungle Cruise movie. Glad to be a part of the show.
Can you smell the lawsuit The Rock is cooking?
And I'm telling you right now, I tried to download that. I could not because obviously lots of people are watching it right now. Lots of people are paying their $30. What?
for
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise?
It's out already?
Oh, yeah, it was out like yesterday. And I went to go buy it today because, I realized that, because I wanted to go see it in the theater, but I realized the logistics weren't happening because me and Maz are going to review that on Sunday, hopefully. And so I went to go download it and it says we can't do it right now. Too many people are asking. And so everyone's watching Jungle Cruise. That thing's going to make a mint.
Of course it is. It's The Rock. That's why they hired him in that position.
Well, of course,
for that particular movie.
And, they probably paid him up front.
Against type.
See, it's saying released today. So, I mean, that's a big problem right there. Me and Lilith had no idea it was coming out today. I saw.
I don't watch commercials.
I saw the trailer at both movies I went to, and it didn't make an impact on me. I guess the date at least.
Yeah, well, whatever it is. I mean, like I said, obviously it's a demographic that is obviously skewing a little older. I'll tell you what it is. It's people of an age who the Weird Al Yankovic song "Skipper Dan" had a deep and emotional impact on them. So this is our Skipper Dan movie, and I just feel that is. So I think it's a great demographic because I'm in it. But yeah, and there's apparently enough of us to make the robot have a problem with it. And to be fair, I had no problems downloading Black Widow. So I'll just put that on the table.
Well, here's the other thing. Maybe more people will
sexist.
Misogynist. Maybe more people were going to the theater to watch Black Widow. Maybe more people are staying home to watch Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, I would go out to watch Jungle
Cruise. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like Cruella and Jungle Cruise. Would I have gone to a
that
theater?
was meant to be seen in IMAX too, so I don't know. You're probably going to lose a little something by viewing.
When you say meant to be seen in, I don't even know what that means. The Inhumans were supposed to be meant to be seen in IMAX. So.
I mean, it looked better in IMAX. Not that it was a better story. But
no, I saw it in IMAX.
And Jungle Cruise is
better,
it's much like the first Pirates of the Caribbean. It's kind of meant to mimic the ride, and the CG is definitely meant to be on an IMAX screen. So
yeah, and I could see that, but honestly, really, until they make the VR goggles version of films, what am I even doing?
Again, porn leads the way.
Yeah, oh boy, yeah.
Come on, Vivid.
You're waiting for the. Oh no, they have VR porn games.
It's not very good though.
No.
That's why I'm saying Vivid. Come on, Vivid. I mean, they really did the push for 4K.
You need someone to invest in. You need someone to invest in the technology, and that's the
and
penis.
Vivid pushed for 4K and HD quality and the makeup and all that stuff, and that's why I'm saying, come on, Vivid.
Well, but what it usually works is like someone actually creates it for cinema, and then porn can adopt it, and then people get like, oh yeah, I really love this. Now I need my VR headset to watch important films. Between your legs like that. Jungle Cruise. There we go. I need it for my cinema. Not just to see 4K cat people.
Oh, okay, a little hellfire. Whoa.
I said that.
I know.
Why are you picking up poor little hellfire?
But no, I'm just saying, that would be her excuse. No, I get it for the movies too, not just the porn.
No,
I'm very upfront. This is all for porn.
Yeah,
and you can't handle that. You have not known me very long.
Yeah. Really, Philip.
How hard is it? Enough of this. Let's get to comic books.
Oh yeah,
let's get to the main.
Oh yeah, speaking of stuff Disney's losing money on, let's get to comics.
Nice.
I don't know if they're losing money.
Phil's Comics Corner.
I mean, they're not the moneymaker they used to be.
Yeah.
What is? Well, porn. They charge more for it.
Even though it's free, people still are paying for it somehow.
Well, the people because they sell ads on it, Lilith.
Exactly.
And then you have your OnlyFans, and then your paid channels, and and your Patreons, and it's like, oh,
well, Patreon doesn't support that. Neither does OnlyFans.
Well, there's other things. I guess it's whatever the OnlyFans or whatever the things the kids today are doing. I don't know.
All right,
I just get table organic porn. I don't want it, and I'll just keep.
I get my porn in ad-supported xnxx.com. That's
good for that release.
Just get the premium, bro. It learns your algorithm. That's the one thing I do pay. I will not tolerate ads.
Yeah, that is the lesson. That is the lesson Rick and Morty taught us. Is that if you build your name into your account, it's going to know who you are. It's going to learn what you like and send you down where you want to go.
Talk about a rabbit hole, am I right? Eyebrows,
Yes.
eyebrows, eyebrows.
Hey, some women pay good money for that in Florida.
No, that was actually a gag in about how Morty
How Morty's a
actually
filthy
has
pervert. Don't even get me started on Rick and Morty, because season 5 is a mess. I don't want to talk about it.
It is, actually.
And if this isn't the evil Morty storyline that Matt Pat promised us,
Hey, ADD,
we're right in the streets
No.
on Reddit.
I'm just saying, like, you saw this last episode. I mean,
The
it was
turkey
good.
episode?
Yeah.
The incest baby is what broke me. I can't do it anymore.
I mean, was it?
Poor
I don't know what's going on.
I don't even know what they're doing with that stuff. And it just, what it is it's just a
Dan
bunch of...
Harmon is not okay. Somebody go check on Dan Harmon.
What they're doing is everything in this season is clearly they're all just one-off episodes. There's no arc, there's no story, there's nothing building anywhere. It's all just stuff that is done and then forgotten. It's like South Park, and Kenny's just being reborn every night, and it's a whole new world. And for Kenny, it is always...
They wish they could be peak South Park at this point.
Oh, yeah, well, who doesn't? I mean, really, I think that's
the
on the air.
goal. Well, actually, peak BoJack. That's what adult animation is all striving
I
to.
mean, but that's a story that had a beginning, middle, and end. That died organically. That isn't being kept alive by corporate interests, the way that South Park or The Simpsons or other entities are.
I'm telling you, this pandemic is the best thing that happened to Trey and Matt. They're like, we don't have to make South Park, guys. We only have to make one special year now.
Yeah. They've got their money. What else do they want, man? You know, I mean, that's the thing. And that's what I always say about these things. Like when Scarlett Johansson's asking for money, yeah, she's asking for money. She doesn't need the money, but she's asking for it because, you know, she wants what she's due.
Phil's
and how much
Comics
she's going
Corner.
to settle for is
Sorry,
going to be
Phil.
open for interpretation. Okay, Philip, I'm sorry, but, you know, we got back on stuff. So what do we want to talk here? I like I said, I only read a few.
Well, Charlie, you haven't got to talk much tonight, so what book would you like to talk about first?
Well, okay, since I only got to one indie book this week, which was Department of Truth. Always a classic, still good, and really, honestly, one of the most beautiful stories they've ever told. Because, you know, they're out to kill the Bigfoot, as you do. Because, you see, when cryptids come into our world, there are things that are not meant to be, and they tend to be violent and kill people. Because we imagine they are. You see, cryptids are bad in that sense. And so when one actually manifests, they do have to kill them. But meanwhile, there's this guy that we see in this who's been following them because he kind of realized he's an old man and he's easy to overlook. And he's been hunting Bigfoot his whole life. And anyway, they're going through exactly why, you know, how Bigfoot gets started, how, you know, you have the Skin of the Wild Man, which was in the which was in Carthage, and actually everyone thought it was a myth until someone found a gorilla skull, and then we sort of get this idea of these large lowland hominids like gorillas that exist that people weren't aware of prior to the dawn of the Age of Discovery, as white people call it. And they're very good. It's a bunch of white people in the story, but they call it out. They're very clear to call it out. You know. But look, we're dealing with the world as it is, and the monsters we have to deal with. But in the end, and there's all this little type here, and it's beautiful stories about this guy and his struggles as he's been obsessed in hunting the Bigfoot for so long. And there is this idea that when you see a cryptid, it because it's something that shouldn't exist, it's like a spiritual existence for you, and it changes your brain, and you can't quite comprehend the world properly afterwards, which is why so many people who get obsessed with Bigfoot or UFOs tend to act like real nutters. And this guy's found him, and then he is going to be attacked by the Bigfoot. We get a great big Bigfoot in it. And then, of course, our Department of Truth people kill them. And this whole time, you get this idea that they're going to kill whoever they need to keep these secrets. They can't have people talking about it. And Hawk, who is kind of our rebel in the whole thing, He's the guy who gets hired to clean up the messes. He realizes, this old man, no one's going to believe him even if he says anything. And he just wanted to know it was real. He just needed to know it was real. And he says, it's okay. You can go and know it was real. And there's this whole thing about morals. And like when we have time for morals, we have morals. And that's how you know the Department of Truth really is kind of the least bad guys in a world of horrific people. And so it is beautiful. I mean, honestly, if you're not reading Department of Truth, you should read it. Pick it up if you haven't started it yet. I think, as weird as it is, I think you can pick it up pretty quickly, especially if you have that conspiratorial mindset. And yeah, I love Department of Truth. It is well worth the $3.99. Only $3.99. They're practically giving it away. And that, of course, is an Image comic. So there.
Lilith Hellfire.
No indies this week, technically.
Do we have an Archie at least?
No Archie this week either.
No.
So I'm going to talk about Wonder Woman because DC refuses to promote Wonder Woman. So I guess it's
Which
my
Wonder
job.
Woman?
So I'm going to talk about Wonder Woman Black and Gold #2. It's part of the Wonder Woman 80th year celebration. In case you didn't know, it's Wonder Woman's 80th year, and we're going to be celebrating in October. In case nobody tells you, you heard it here first. And Black and Gold is kind of dedicated to that. It's 5 stories by 5 different people and 5 different artists.
Is it 5 different Wonder Women?
No, it's the same Wonder Woman. It's all kind of a loose continuity.
Okay. And it's Diana Prince Wonder Woman, or
yeah, regular
we
classic
have a few
Wonder
right
Woman.
now.
Well, yeah, and Nubia is actually in this one, and we also get the Firstborn and Steve Trevor. So I think this is my favorite. I really was like on the fence about #1, but #2 was really good because it's like more familiar faces, and I feel like the people that wrote these stories had a better handle on the actual Wonder Woman history. And the art is just absolutely stunning. If nothing else, pick it up for the Wonder Woman art.
Which we'll be doing later in the year, episode of Wonder Woman for the 80th anniversary. Call me Capers.
Redemption for the year 1984.
Oh yeah, Lilith one's in the cover.
1984 strikes back, baby.
The real year 1984 for Wonder Woman. All right, Lilith, did you read Spawn?
I did, of course.
Only $2.99.
I know. I was like, "Are you sure? Is this
Holding
right?"
the line.
Yeah, man. Well, if you say anything about Todd McFarlane, man, he's holding the line.
No, there you go.
Don't go praising him. He'll change it.
Oh, I know.
Because you know what? He has his money. He makes his toys. He makes his comic books. He doesn't need to worry about... He doesn't need to...
I'm actually excited for those He-Man toys. I heard McFarlane was doing a line of the He-Man, Kevin Smith He-Man toys. I hope we get an Orko. Justice for Orko.
Yeah. Well, I do want to talk about that on Super Connectivity. I know you have made your opinion, but I actually watched it
I'm
today.
a Toxic fan and I'm proud of it, so I don't
That's fine. That's fine. I still have my anger issues over, Justice for Orko. But
Spawn 320, we're only 100 away from the perfect number.
Hey, we're even closer.
But yeah, I thought this was pretty good, actually. Like, it kind of dipped a little bit after the 300th issue.
Yeah, it felt like
now we're kind of back on that high.
It felt like it slowed down for a while, but yeah, it seems like it's back with like the action and again, he's keeping it. I think he's keeping it at $2.99 because there's more books coming. King Spawn is coming.
So many books, yeah. King Spawn #1. Actually, we should totally squeeze that into Comic Capers.
We already have that plan.
Capers.
We already have that
Do
plan. We already have that plan, Jan. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
The one after with Ray and Saren. Yeah, that one.
I mean, you've been saying Ray and Saren forever, I feel like. So
Next Saturday, bro.
Sweet, okay.
But no, I mean, in the art's really. I've been enjoying the art on this. Carlo
shout out to
Barbieri.
Carlo Barbieri.
Yeah.
I like that we're getting new rogues and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A bigger rogues gallery, obviously, because he wants to sell toys. But I'm here for it. I mean, I'm a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. I know what merchandise can do for a franchise, so I ain't even mad about it.
But I mean, he also remembers where he comes from too, with like Cygor and stuff. And
exactly. No, that's not Gorilla Grodd, silly.
See, Charlie Esser, Todd McFarlane has gorillas.
everyone loves gorillas.
I know.
No one. Fun fact: gorillas have very small penises. I like gorillas for their size.
True story. True story.
True story. Yeah. It's because they have a single male who dominates females, and as it turns out,
you're stuck with it.
Kinda, yeah. As an evolutionary trait, that's like, oh, that's what that whole thing's about. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't think Todd had it in him to improve Spawn after the 303rd issue. Because it really did slow down after that, after the hype kind of died down. But I'm proud of him.
And again, he brought in all those other spawns too, like She-Spawn, and then Gunslinger Spawn comes in.
Again, like we said, we need a Spawn family. Obviously, I think they're working on the movie, but I feel like there's another animated works, a more like PG version, and that's why we're getting all these characters. Little Birdie said something, but that's been in development hell forever. So we'll see how that goes.
And like you said,
might take it to HBO Max now. He might actually have a shot at it. So
I mean, that's what that last series was on HBO. Yeah.
Have they done Lil Spawn?
You mean like little Deadpool?
Yeah, well, like Little Devil, Little Hot Stuff, Little Hell Spawn.
I don't think, unless they did like one picture or something somewhere. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there hasn't been. I don't.
There's
Kid Spawn, baby.
Kids.
Old man Spawn.
I'm telling you right now, the internet is blowing up over Kangaroo the Conqueror. So you keep your eye on that market. There's gold in them there hills. Is what I'm telling
Gen
you.
Z are whack jobs, and I love it.
Whoa.
They are. I love them for it, though.
All right, Charlie, you want to throw out another book?
Okay. I got one DC or three Marvels. What do you want to pick?
We'll do the DC one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, save Fantastic Four and Captain America for super connectivity because
technically, I got five Marvels then because I've got the ones I read online. Blue and Gold.
Oh yeah, from last week.
Late and $1 short, but and apparently this is Diamond is screwing over all for no particular reason their customers because they opened up the Penguin accounts. So they're like, they're delaying everyone who opened up a Penguin's account's orders. Diamond is not good at their job. Again, it's like, you don't like us, we're going to be an even worse supplier for you. Ha ha! That'll teach you to explore other options to our lousy service. But anyway, Blue and Gold, I enjoyed it, but I got to be honest, it's great. And it's that classic, funny comic book logic of Blue Beetle and Booster Gold coming in, guns blazing, with just nothing but disregard for their own safety,
saving the Justice League.
Yeah, saving the Justice League. Well, it kind of made the point that it's the Black Adam Justice League, so
is that meta commentary? Oh, it's the Bendis Justice League.
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
Bendis.
But they make this whole big stink about how they want Ted Kord because he is a tech genius, and they need a tech genius on their team. Sorry, Ollie.
But they don't want Booster.
Yeah, they don't want Booster. The guy with future tech, which is like, but he's like, I guess he doesn't stand up to the high moral standards of Black Adam. I'm not quite sure. It's like, there's a certain point where their logic kind of falls apart. I mean, all props to Black Canary and I think Naomi in this, where they're like pretty cool with it, but they're like, he's kind of weird. But they probably would have done it. I get the feeling that there's just, I don't know. It just felt weird the way they did that.
Yeah.
And apparently Ted Kord, is he broke? Does Kord Industries still exist? Because they're a little vague on that in this issue.
All the billionaires go broke eventually.
Oh, yeah. DC, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, and then basically they open up Heroes for Hire at the end, which is great. They can't call it Heroes for Hire, of course. But you do get the idea that maybe
can't
they
even call it Mercs for money.
You kind of get the idea that they probably could get that Patreon going, and you can make a lot of money on that. And apparently there's some alien race that I don't know DC alien races, but apparently some alien race feels that Earth is in their territory, and so Earth should just be one of their satellite worlds, because
imperialism. How's it feel?
Yeah, but I don't mind the imperialism, but I'm just like, aren't there like 6 other planets that like have a claim on Earth right now? And, like, doesn't Darkseid own Earth technically if you're drawing the maps? And you're gonna like, we're going to take it because this is our land. It's like, you do know Darkseid like is always coming to this planet, right? It's like, do you know who Darkseid is? Is that a guy you know? I mean,
Obviously,
Some
how
men just want to
mid-level
watch
is your
the world burn.
technology that you don't really get the news feed from the Galactic Order of Planets? Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was fun. I don't know if I'll get issue 2. I do feel they're kind of playing into the Booster Gold is an idiot trope a bit more than I like, because I kind of I liked when they kind of got him out of that when they were doing the greatest hero you never heard of.
Yeah.
Storyline that was
I'll
really
be the
good
idiot.
for Booster Goose Gold. I like that. And then you find out that I think he's like supposed to be like the kid of
Rip
what's
Hunter.
his name? Rip Hunter. Yeah, that was all really good. That
Yeah.
was all
Oh, yeah.
really. No, I'm sorry. He was Rip Hunter's like ancestor. That's how that works. But that was a good run. This, I mean, it's good. I enjoyed it. But there's a lot of flaws in it that make me go, maybe not so much. What did you think, Phil? Because I know you read it too.
No, I liked it. That's what I said. I was here for more. It's I think it's only
Okay.
like an 8-issue series, but yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
random number, by the way.
I know. It's like, I mean, it's an even number,
When
but
you can't afford to do 10, make it 8.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, at least they know they're not going to drag it out.
yeah, at least they're
Well, I
telling you
usually
right
think it's
off
like
the bat.
6, 8. I think it goes like 4, 6, 8.
5's the
12.
magic number now. in
At least the
comics.
Marvel, yeah,
5?
5's the magic
Yeah.
number, yeah.
I mean, I like a good 12 issue limited series.
They're not doing those anymore. You got to be Spider-Man to get one of those. You got to be Batman to get one of
No,
those.
I mean, I understand the premise, but that, like, when I was a kid, that was
Yeah, that's the gold standard.
you
We
get
don't have
that whole
anymore.
year. You get one full year with your hero.
Even the
That's-
company-wide events, they don't do 12 anymore.
No, I know. You're lucky you get like 6 episodes over 3 months.
Well,
And that's-
but again, it's a modern time. They just do like a 6-issue event, followed immediately by a 6-issue event, followed immediately by a 6-issue event. So,
And we have crossover event fatigue.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
as you do.
so instead of one,
Just don't make me read a mutant book. That's all I ever ask. They keep
Get
on
out,
trying
Charlie.
to jam these
Get out.
mutants down my throat.
whoa!
That's what she said. Moving on. I do want
Wow.
to shout out Static Season 1, Issue 2.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to Chris Cross on the artwork. Mwah. This is Chef's Kiss on the artwork. The story is pretty cool. Could you imagine your high school bully getting superpowers and he becomes your arch nemesis? Because that's what happens in this issue.
I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
Exactly.
Why do I feel like I read this book? I think I read Did this come out this week?
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird.
Static.
Is
I
there
like
another
that they're
Static Shock book
expanding.
recently? Okay.
Number 1 last month.
Okay, that must have been the one I read. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's
this is
on
a
number
different-
2 now.
Oh, this is number 2. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's
I'm
expanded the Milestone World 2, which I don't know how I really feel about Milestone being folded yet again back into the DC thing, but if it gives me Static, I guess I'm just going to have to be happy about it. And I'm interested to see where it goes from there. I'm wondering if they're going to actually expand him out into the DC universe again, put him on Titans or something like that, because he deserves it. And they're really giving something for old readers and new readers. They have a lot of respect for the old material, which is very important to, I think, most Static fans. So it's good to see.
Very good. All right. I know you did not read it, but Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 1. I liked it.
Come on, Phil, tell us about it. Boy.
I liked it. I mean, it was decent. I mean, it was kind of set up, but it's like, well, in the beginning, it's a flashback to John's birth, which has nothing to do with Convergence now. So you're welcome.
Oh, somebody heard me. Thank you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Batman and Wonder Woman are there, helping with the birth at the fortress. So.
Oh, maybe I will pick it up. That's cute. It gives me Kingdom Come vibes, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, and then it's like John helping this guy who has out of control fire powers. Basically, I guess he set the fires in the west.
We didn't start the fire.
And John's like, here, he's like, because I guess the guy's anxiety is fueling his powers, and he's just like, here. John's like, just like, come here, give me a hug. He's like, you can't hurt me, so, I'll, just calm down. And, yeah, and then,
how Smallville of him.
And then
I was going to say Steven Universe, but yeah.
Oh, true. And then at the end, I don't know how this is possible. I thought he died in issue 1, in his own issue 1, but he goes to talk to his buddy Damian.
Oh, Damian Rain? Oh, yeah. No. They're still dragging that out. I just haven't read that.
Oh, I know.
Issue
4 was out today, this week, yeah. But no, because he goes to Damian for advice, and Damian even like,
He's going to Damian for advice?
Well, Damian's like, they're friends, but he's like, even Damian says, I'm like a vigilante and assassin. I just like punch guys in the face. He's like, it's kind of, for you, I know you want to change the world, and it's kind of hard to punch like equality and inequality and all this other stuff. And he's like, what do you want that S on your chest to stand for? And what does he say? Truth, justice, and a better world. And he said he wants to change the world. And like Damian says, of course you want to change the world. You're the son of Lois Lane.
Ah! Got him!
Yep.
Honestly, though, I mean, he could just pull a Superman 4. I'm taking all the nukes, baby. What you gonna do about it? Make sure you kill Lex on the way out, though.
What's weird about that is, like, when you think about that for a minute, you're kind of wondering, like, why hasn't Damian's granddad, like, ever come up to Kal-El or one of the others and say, hey, since you want to make the world a better place, can we talk for a minute about, like,
his means are a little, not the best.
He can't persuade a Bruce Wayne. You think he's going to talk a Superman into this? Yeah,
maybe Jonathan.
He can talk Booster Gold into it.
Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. As we've seen from many in Elseworld, Superman is really easy to talk into fast.
Just kill Lois Lane.
Yeah, kill Lois Lane. And he's like, yep, I got no...
He might have softened in the modern times, but I know back in the day, Ra's al Ghul's plan to like make a better Earth was to kill off like 90% of the population. So I don't think Superman was going to be down.
Worse than Thanos, baby.
Yeah, Superman was going to be down for that. No.
Yeah. And what is that supposed to do?
And he's like, "I'll give you a red sun. We'll recreate Krypton." I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a good idea. I don't know why anybody thinks this is a good idea.
He was MCU Thanos before Thanos. He was, he was like, whoever's left, have a beautiful planet with tons of resources, and
actually, Sliders did it first, so it's good.
I'm talking like 70s. Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. So I guess Ra's al Ghul did it first. He just wanted to kill it.
Denny O'Neil did it first.
You better put some respect on Dennis O'Neil's name, sir.
I know. I
will. From here on out. Yes.
But no, I like this. I highly recommend this book. The art was great, also, and of course.
I'm gonna listen to the Krypton report to see what they have to say.
I know, but and of course, added bonus. It was
Sons of Krypton as well, of course.
Yes, that's right. And of course, it was a bonus. It was written by the current Nightwing writer Tom Taylor. So I've been liking what he's been doing lately.
You son of a bitch! I'm in. Yeah, that's a Rick and Morty reference.
He really seems to get these characters, So if you're a Superman fan, I would pick it up. All right. Anyone else have any other books? Hey, did everybody read Black Cat?
Of course.
Yes.
Did we talk that on Ultimate Spider-Man?
No.
Okay.
I read it and I loved it, and we can talk about it on Super Connectivity if you want. But
I'll leave a comment in the chat about Black Cat.
Okay.
Yeah. We're at an hour, so I don't know how long you want this to go, but
yeah, it's 9:09. Come on, Phil, wrap it up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Love Hellfire sobering up, kids. Okay.
I was sober the whole time. It's Red Bull. Sponsor me, please.
No Bang? All right.
They're not sponsoring us.
I know, but she's mentioned Bang before.
We know you sponsor New Rockstars, Bang. Sponsor us.
Yeah. Sponsor us. All right.
We're better, and we have better theories, and we don't always think it's Mephisto.
Or Agatha.
Speak for yourself.
Did you see that meme? It was like Taskmaster taking off the helmet, and it's like it was Agatha underneath. They're like, "Oh, it was Agatha all along."
Yeah, they do
all
those.
Yeah. All right, kids. So it's been another episode. Send us your thoughts on lawsuits, heart attacks, Hawkeyes, comics. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Find links to all the various social medias for all the shows. Links to this YouTube channel, which I think we lost a subscriber, Lilith. We're back down to 168.
What monster would unsubscribe when I was at 169?
Unless it was like a bot or something. I don't know.
I hope you step on a Lego.
So, yes, please go subscribe so Lilith Hellfire can get her 69 again. Find links to the Patreon, more and more stuff happening there. Links to merch, all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And please, of course, go support Southgate Media Group. Go to southgatemediagroup.com. Go subscribe to the Southgate Media Group YouTube channel and the Patreon. Bunch of free and paid content there from everyone from the network. Some of us more than others. And you can always pick up Pod Life the book, now on digital and paperback. That really helps support this network. And when you do, get it on Amazon and use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Like I said, helps us support this show, the network, and that man of...
That King Spawn himself.
That man who should be the next Doctor Who, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain. So
no
says
one man
Master
should have all
Doom.
that power, Phil.
What did you say?
Please kick me in the pants.
Mark my words.
Lilith Hellfire.
River song for the next Doctor. But anyway, that's at Lil Hellfire if you disagree, so we can fight in the streets. Over on Twitter, if you want to find me on Instagram, at Lil Hellfire69, and of course on TikTok, at Lil Hellfire69, making comments, not content.
Bye, Felicia. I'm thirsty for it, bro.
Charlie Esser.
And if you'd like to write to me in that old-fashioned email way the way our mothers and fathers once did, do so at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. And of course, the next Doctor Who should obviously be Maz Manzoor, with whom I do a podcast called Full Stream Ahead.
Indeed.
And also Enough Said, which is actually technically the same podcast, just on different networks, because why work harder when you can work smarter?
All right.
And of course, follow me on the Twitter as I live tweet things when I feel like it. I actually have not been live tweeting Legends of Tomorrow because even I'm kind of over it. But Stargirl's coming back, so fingers crossed. At Charlie Esser, that's CharlieESSER. Look for the two E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
Thank you, Maz.
Thank you, Mozzie. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Come back next week for our Suicide Squad review. The Suicide Squad review.
I'm gonna be so racist.
We're going to make everyone graded on, like, you know, how many shark penises up.
So it'll be like a degree question, like that's a 45.
2 shark penises, up or down. Yeah, that's right.
A 180. 180 degrees. This is 180 degrees.
But until then, we have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics!
Woo! You know it's going to be nuts next week. No, I'm not talking about the shark. Come back. Join us. Just like them. Don't get too attached. Don't get too attached.
Hey there, everyone. I'd like to tell you about the YouTube channel I Am Your Target Demographic. If you're a fan of comics, we have plenty that you'll enjoy over there, including a series called Heroes Like Us that explores comic characters of all sorts of different identities. And we even have a series that defines words that are used in nerd culture that you may not know what they mean. So you can check us out by heading to YouTube and searching I Am Your Target Demographic, or look up IAYTD on any social media outlet.